everyone, Cat Weasel here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Subnautica Below Zero. We're about to do, I think it's episode 9. Got my episode sorted out now, we're on episode 9. Alright, so here we are at the base. And I think what we'll do this episode is we're going to have a quick look at, let's go over here, to the Phi Robotics base, which is here on the western side of our little map that we've got here. So all the others we'd sort of visited, but we haven't found the western side over here. Now, after last week's episode, I did go around. I was looking for some extra resources. I was getting myself some extra titanium and quartz and stuff, and in doing that, I actually found a few more bits and bobs, as you do. So I'll just show you. I found the bow of the Mercury 2. So we've already investigated the stern. I found the bow. We'll go back to that at some point, because we need that part in order to we need to build something, don't we, for that communications tower, and it's on the Mercury 2. So I found the bow, so we'll go down and we'll have a look at that sometime. Won't do that this episode, but at least we know where the bow is. I've put a beacon there, and while I was tootling around there, I actually found an artifact for Alan.
The artifact you found contains traces of information suggesting what has become of my people.
And what it was just a ground sampler, it was called. So it should be in the research stuff here. Alien data, and I found a ground sampler, and that's what it looked like. I just scanned it. It had a couple of those, like those green alien cubes, you know, those batteries. So I took those. So that was the ground sampler. I found some other stuff as well. Let's just have a look. Oh yeah, nickel ore. That was something else I went back down for. I thought I'll get a bit more of nickel ore, and then I realised that I hadn't actually scanned it. So I did scan some, and there was some indigenous life forms that I'd missed. I missed a carnivore called a newt fish. So I've actually, I sort of caught one of those, but I also scanned it as well. That'll go into my aquarium when I build it. And some flora that I found was just all those lily pads. And you've seen around that Omega lab, there was sort of all sorts of crap on the floor, wasn't there? You know, it was like a jungle underwater of all these lilies. Well, you could actually scan the fallen lily pads as well, the sort of rotting ones right at the bottom. And I just noticed that I hadn't scanned them, so I have done. So I was only, going back and forth for, about 10-15 minutes doing all that. But I found, as you do, you always find something, don't you? So I did a few beacons. So I put a beacon for the stern of the Mercury 2, which we've already been to. I put a beacon for the bow. That's just a bit further along and a bit deeper. It's not a long way away. And done the pilot, her Maggie's den. I'd already done that. Was there anything else? No, I don't think so. So, done all that. And so, put that down. Yep, and the other thing I've done is, if you look in my projects locker, I've put a couple of plasteel ingots in here, 3 diamonds and a polyalanine. Why have I done that? Well, if you look at the top right hand of the screen, you'll see we need polyalanine, diamond and plasteel to make that architect skeleton that we found last time. So I've just popped that up there. We'll have to make it eventually. In fact, why don't we make it now? Just make it now. So 1, 2, 3, a plastic ingot and a polyolene. And do we make it in here? No, do not make it in here. It must be in here. Is it? I don't know where we make it. Where do we make it? Let's just have a look. We might have to build something special to make it, actually. Oh, I think we have to find a special alien base to make those things. So we'll actually put these back. We'll just take them down there when we find that. All right, what are we going to do this episode? Well, we're going to have a... What was that? Oh, I've got some... Yes, the other thing I built was my water filtration suit, the sort of still suit. And yeah, I just built that just to save some water. And what it's done is, after a while, it's given us some reclaimed water. So we'll take that. We've still got our filtered waters, but I thought we'll pop this on. It'll help out. It'll stop us having to stop for water all the time. We'll get rid of it eventually, but I thought we may as well put it on at the time. For the time being, I also charged the battery up. Pick that up. So let's get some food. Right, there we go. So what we're going to do this episode? Well, we're just going to tootle around a bit. We are going to find Phi Robotics base, but what I also want to do is I want to go exploring a bit, because that's why I was coming here. Our Seatruck, you put modules on the back of it, and we've got none of the modules as it stands. So we're going to go to a couple of places I know that are full of these modules, scan them, and then we can look to make them at a later date. And once we've got a few of these modules together, or at least the blueprints for them, we'll go to Phi Robotics base. So let's crack on with that. Well, just realised I haven't set off. Bear with me, viewers. I haven't set off my stopwatch. That's what I will do. So I've got an idea of where we're up to. And yes, let's get going. So I'll show you the two places I normally look for the Seatruck modules. There's normally a couple over here where where those purple vents are. Just head in this direction. It's just this end of the island. These vents. So just hang around here. Sort of around here, but off an edge. So it's towards where the Mercury 2 is. There's the stern, we've already had a look at. And the actual bow of the vessel is down there, so it's just a bit further down. Well, that's not what we're interested in at the moment. For the moment are bits of Seatruck. You remember Fred, the guy who operated the Seatruck for Altera? He was always doing a runner from various nasty beasts, and he was dropping bits of his, in order to get away, he was jettisoning cargo and modules and stuff. So you can find all sorts of bits and bobs if you go searching, especially around here. Don't think. I had a look at that. Yes, I must have seen that before. And okay. Just see if it's scan those. It's done. Or they're not scannable. One of the two. So we're just going to have a look along the edges here. So it's very near to where we've been before. Oh, there's an artifact down there. PK8. Have we actually found that one? No, we haven't. We might actually go down here and have a look. It's only 400 meters away.
Geothermal activity detected below. Beware of high pressure and temperatures.
I'll do my best, Petal. So them clowns. Should probably try and attack us at some point. Right, so let's go down here.
An active volcano detected nearby.
So it's probably at the bottom of this inactive volcano, which looks to be down here. So we'll go down. There's a lot of diamond down here, I can see, which is great.
This artifact could provide useful information. Processing. I can visualize a location where we may find an important component for my body. The image is hazy, but I am sure it is correct. A stark surface landscape, dangerously cold. Curved spires stretch to the sky.
Anyway, this is it. Wherever it is. Right, let's get out and have a look. Got more of these. So, ion cubes, that's what they're called. So I found a couple of those at the ground sampler site. Looks like there's a couple here as well. You can actually make ion power cells now, which are just like they're just like funky batteries, really. So I don't think we want to go down there. It's very inhospitable. So we found this, which is always funky. Go up, and on our way up, there's plenty of rubies in here. Just want to keep an eye out for those. Nah. Pick up diamond while we're here. Do tend to use a lot of diamond in this particular version of the game, because you use it a lot for making enamelled glass. It's always useful to pick up. Pick up a bit of ruby as well while we're here, why not? If we just swim over to it. Ooh, some more water back. See a bit better now. Pick up lithium as well. Now I've made the ultra high capacity tank. You'll notice we can stay down a lot longer, and this will be absolutely invaluable for when we are searching Mercury 2. It's a bit of a warren, and having as much oxygen as possible will be very helpful. Let's get out of here. That's a bit further up because there's a diamond there. Got to watch where we land here, because now we're sort of coming out of where we're safe, sort of safe down there. We're not so safe when we're out of the caldera, because there are nasties up here. Storage part of our prawn suit. Where are you? There you are. So there we go, we've got quite a lot of diamond stuff there. But our main mission is finding bits of Seatruck modules. Found another of those alien places to have a look at. Should keep Alan quiet for a while. We're making a bit of progress. Now you're dead. Idiot. I've got a find. I'm sure there's some sort of Right, so here's a sleeper module fragment, for example. Get that. Also may have to repair cat suit. He's not my cat suit off. Knocked it off the ledge. I think here will be relatively safe. Anyway, just go back up here because we want to have a look at this. Another sleeper module fragment. Right, so one more of those, and ooh, data box. Don't think I've ever found this before. Booster tank.
New blueprint synthesized.
I think what the booster tank is you can use Fumaro. I think you can use some of the air out of your tanks in order to increase your speed. I don't think it's anything I particularly end up making.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, these guy here. Get a battery, always useful. Medkit, always useful. Found a couple of modules there. Let's just have a look around here. Looks like a set of caves. Oh!
With this artifact, I am again able to trace the imprint of my people. They survived for a time, but then their presence becomes faint.
Don't know what that was. Fumaro, done that. Right, sleeper module, that's what we're looking at. So, we just found another one of these. Whatever it is. Where's my prawn suit? There it is. Here. Is there anything else around here? Don't think so. Yep, so there's always plenty to explore in Subnautica. By no means found everything. Right, that was a Leviathan, by the way. So he'll have done quite a bit of damage to us. What we're just going to do, just get out of the way of him. We normally do pretty well by like what we've done, just go a bit shallower. Still got those cryptosauruses and stuff being a nuisance. Bog off. Go. Okay. Continue searching. Actually what I was looking for, but we found some other things as well, so it doesn't matter, does it? An Aquarium Module. Fabricator Module, that's a bit more like it. Let's find a few more of those. Whatever it was. Trim block, always useful. PDA. Jukebox disc. Seatruck, but always worth picking things up. Rapid depressurization. Oh dear, poor Jasmine. Unlucky kid. So Aquarium Module, we've got a Fabricator Module. We haven't got those yet. We need to find a few more. What's the word? A few more of the blueprints. And once we do, that'll be just super. We're on a bit of a Seatruck frenzy at the moment, so let's carry on doing that. Alright. Okay. Right, I'll take you to the other place with Seatruck fragments. It's one we've seen before. We saw it beginning of the game. We haven't been back for ages. Well worth going back now. We have more oxygen because of our ultra-high capacity tank. Plus, we can go deeper. We can go deeper with our drone suits. And you remember the twisty bridges? That's where we're going. Because poor old Fred had a lot of trouble in the twisty bridges. Because he was always being chased by nasty things. Someone just hit us then. Maybe not. always remember where twisty bridges are, because like things like the emergency supply cache and stuff were near there. Here they are. Here's the twisty bridges. Woo! So we just need the part of the twisty bridges. We go really deep. Don't think it's here. Sort of following through. Yes, down here. So, yeah, remember the place. This is where we originally found Alan. And if we go really deep, we should start bumping into bits of Seatruck that were jettisoned by poor old Fred. And now we can just go a lot deeper now. It's not all good. Just go down. Yeah. Keep it around for any bits. Like diamond. It's worthwhile. Ah, that looks like see, that's a bit of something there. Thing is going to be. Let's just quickly get in here. Scan this Fabrication Module. Yep, so if you come down here, you should find quite a few of these modules. Obviously, just have to have a rootle about. See what you can find. Also stuff like gel sacks down here, if you haven't found any before. Which is going to be full. Oh, no matter. Got plenty of what we wanted. Right, so we're just going to be searching around here. There's another thing there. Storage module. This is a really useful one. Storage module. So hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of these. Yep, so you can just spend a bit of time wandering around in here, keeping your eye for all the stuff that Fred jettisoned. There is a Leviathan in here, but as you can see, you can sort of avoid it. Your prawn suit will take a couple of hits off him, so as soon as it hits you, just find somewhere relatively safe and just use your repair tool on it. You should be fine. And then in between times you just go back to searching. Loads of like Seatruck modules down here. I'm not having great success in finding them, as you can see, but I'm not really doing it in any sort of systematic fashion. I just wander around till I find them, yeah. So consequently, I'm probably going where I went before. I'm not finding anything because nothing's here. What's that? Is it actually something? No. Just after you, make sure you get your prawn suits. It does give you some protection. I might come back. Obviously, it's a bit boring for you guys, so what I might do is just head on up. Oh, there's one. See what I mean? Loads of these things knocking around. We can make the Fabricator Module now, which is great. Yeah, poor old Fred. Just like Seatruck. Now, what I want to do is scan that bit of Seatruck there. But I'm going to have to be very careful because that grabber thing. Hopefully we can get close enough without it grabbing us. Fabricator module, we already had it. So as you can see, plenty of places to tootle around down here. Just keep your eyes out for these bits of wreckage you can scan. Another one. Storage module. Ah, we need, at the very least, I'd like to get the storage module. So we'll keep looking around. We've got 2 out of the 3 for it. Excuse me. Hopefully there are a few more. Keep about this depth. Hopefully means, you know, like, you tend to find storage modules in the same place, the fabricator modules in the same place. So if you don't stray too far, you should come across another fragment. Just keep wandering around here. Come on, just one more. Let this be it. Yes. Okay. So we've tootled around. And now I don't know the way back up. That looks promising. towards Nova Base because we've got a lot of sort of stuff that we want to get rid of. There's no way out here. There's another artifact sort of along here. I've run out of tubes, haven't I? Some tubes back. Well named. Something else. Just check if we've got whatever this is. Storage module we have. But, right. Up there seems a good plan. Let's get our way out. It's not really fairly easy, just keep going up. So we can run into a ceiling. Should be getting out now. Making our way onwards and upwards. Way. Depth we are 91 meters. Yeah. Getting out now. So we found a few bits and bobs there for our Seatruck. Now let's see if we can find Phi Robotics base. I think we're up for about 45 minutes or something. Yay, out of the twisted bridges. Our old drop pod. Where are we? Let's head back to Nova Base. Drop off all of our stuff. Perhaps make a few of these modules if we can. Should be able to make a few these modules. We've got plenty of resources.
Calorie intake recommended.
Yes, we're going back home, don't worry. Get ourselves some ants. Grub nuts, or whatever they're called. Ooh, sorry, Mr. Fish. Oh, made a thermal plant. I think I showed it you. But there you can see the power beam coming from the thermal plant down there. Stock this baby.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh.
How do humans cope with the loss of memories?
Like forgetting someone's birth.
Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting. Keep forgetting about that. I'll just take as many of these out as I can, and then get back to it.
I don't know, it just happens.
When you die, some quantity of knowledge is lost forever to the next generation. Isn't that...
I'm warning you, if you call humanity inefficient one more time, I will swim us both into the mouth of a Leviathan.
is that sarcasm? I am still...
Oh, forgot. there we go.
Having trouble differentiating.
How inefficient.
Efficiency aside, does the loss of knowledge not create complications?
Well, on a personal level, losing someone can be traumatic. But it's harder to process the idea of generational knowledge. Humans aren't networked, so we can't even be aware of what we're losing moment by moment. We try to learn from history. Maybe it's not ideal, but it's what we have.
What happens when you no longer have the memories of others to combine with your own?
You make your own memories and interpretations. You have to experience life as an autonomous being. Discover yourself.
That idea is foreign to me.
Good old Alan. Right. So we've got a shed load of diamond now, haven't we? We've got to find places to put it. Yeah, we've got some iron cubes here. I'm going to keep that titanium for the time being. I'm going to have some reclaimed water. Let's put that in there. Good, good. Yeah, over diamond myself, but we will use it. It's useful stuff. Oh.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Hate doing that. An extra battery as well, didn't I? Let's run them off. Electrical. So let's pop those in there. With this lithium. Rubies to drop off. Just go and get the rest. I need to eat as well, don't I? Yeah. Just put the rest of the diamonds in here for now. Seatruck modules. Where do I make them? Don't think I make them in here. Ew. Oh, mobile vehicle bay. That's where it'll be. But I'm going to have to have a look at the Hong Kong book of Kung Fu. Let's see what we can actually make here. Right, vehicle upgrades. Right, we can do the fabricator and we can do the storage module. I'm not too bothered about the sleeper module or the aquarium module. Pick those up as we just you know, go around, but the fabricator and the storage module are the most important. So we're just gonna thingy those and let's see what we need. Plasteel. So it's a good job. We've got some lithium. Get another 2 lithium.
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
Need one of those. Some more lithium. Also, what I did off camera as well is I did go and get some lead, so we have got plenty of lead. Let's just shut her up for a minute.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Reminds me for another important reason why we have to go and find Phi Robotics base, but we're all fed now. Let's pick up some more water. Pick it up early, then it just means that the filtration system starts making it again. And even though we've got the water, sort of like the still suit on, we will be getting rid of that shortly. So, well, not getting rid of it, but we won't be wearing it so much. Put those in there. Right, so we've got 2 steel ingots. We need 6 lead by the look of it. I think I've got 6 lead, only just. And a computer chip. And what looks like an advanced wiring kit. Made some of these previously, but not the computer chip. So I'll need that. Oh no, it's just a wiring kit. Not the advanced wiring kits. Right, huge chip, table coral, gold as well, I think. It's the copper wire. I think we can make these things now. Getting our Seatruck. We haven't used our Seatruck much, but we'll start using it a bit more now. Right, so down we go. And there it is. There is our mobile vehicle bay. Stop here. Get out. Climb aboard. Let's make some stuff. Module. Boink. And storage module. So what you do with these, storage, that's how you pilot them. There's these sort of bars on the front, yeah, and then you end up being able to, you sort of manoeuvring it around. And all you have to do is you sort of back into it with your Seatruck as well. That's possible. But if you just sort of like maneuver it close enough, it will click on. We'll do the same with this one. And it just clicks onto the back. Now the other module that I want is called a docking module, and that allows you to sort of stick your prawn suit on the back. Hopefully that attached. You'll also notice that when it attached, it got the same sort of colour scheme. Right, get in here. Now, pilot the Seatruck a bit away, and then do that. Now, when I pressed E then, I didn't automatically exit the Seatruck. And the reason is because I've got these on board now. So this is our storage sort of module. And up here, this is our like fabricator module. So as you can, really useful. Very useful. But the more of these that you put on it, your Seatruck, the slower it gets. And it's not quite as resilient as your Prawn 2. And obviously that can cause you problems like it caused poor old Fred problems. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it round. I'm going to head back towards the base because I just want to pick up a few things. The other thing is that when we dock, we'd only dock the Seatruck. The modules sort of automatically disengage themselves, so that's another reason why I've got all these platforms underneath. You just need somewhere to keep all your unused modules when the Seatruck itself is docked. I'm going to get out of here. That's the Seatruck. I'm going to pick up a few unfortunate peepers, because we've got to make sure we keep our base's power going. Right, up here. There it is. Sorry. This way. Right, so keep that topped up. Now is a bit of titanium, so I'm going to take quite a bit with us. We can find a bit while we're there, but just taking some stuff with us. I'll just take a couple of glass with us as well. Just save us a bit of time. And I think that'll do. Right, so let's see if we can find Phi Robotics base. Now, we know it's in a general westward direction, which is away from here. And it's, funnily enough, I think it's pretty much towards this artifact. So we'll head this way. Once we find Phi Robotics base, we'll call it a day, I think. We must be around an hour now, perhaps just over. And then we'll actually explore the base in more detail next time. So heading generally in a westward direction. See what we can see. Well, obviously these cliffs are no good for us. Ah, these jellyfish are a good sign. They seem to remind me. Right. I think we're sort of going in roughly the right direction. Now these jellyfish are very pretty, but they do tend to swarm your Seatruck, which is a bit up. Right, see here? Might be able to unfortunate. And it's going dark. Might have to... Obviously the game knows that I'm actually doing a video episode. So it's proving to be awkward. To it, but to wait until the sky clears. Oh, there's something over there. Yes, look at that. Something's been built there. There's something around here. Is that a dock? I think it is. Right, so we found a dock. So we'll get out here. Just gonna get up here. This looks PDA as well. Now these are very useful. I mean, it's gone off, but it's a steam vent. The reason that's very useful is it keeps you warm. We're gonna have to find some way to keep a lot warmer than we currently are. But this is a very useful sort of base area. Now you can find this very early on in the game. It's pretty easy to find. I always leave it now because I know we don't particularly need to get here that early. There are other things that you can do. Right, we're getting pretty cold now. The easiest thing to do is just get back in the water. That'll warm you up. There is one thing I want to show you though before we actually finish. We will finish here. I brought some titanium and stuff for the main reason that I'm going to build a little mini base here. Yes, there is an alien artifact around here. Wish, obviously, it was a bit brighter. But we can follow the glow sticks. There should be a cave up here somewhere. I hope so, because otherwise everything's going to get a bit cold. It's getting a bit cold again. I do know my way around. Unfortunately though, it's dark. It'd be a lot easier when the sun comes up, which we might have to wait for. I think I may have scanned these, but yes I have. I think the sun's coming up now, which is super. Yay! Or the moon's come up or something. There's something to seal there. There's like a bridge here. But we're gonna have to repair it. can see, this is quite a big Altera type base that was here. The sun's coming up, yay!
There is something of significance beyond this bridge. It was important to Altera, but more important to me.
Will it help us build you a body?
I believe so, yes.
Right. In order to retract and extend the bridge, we need a hydraulic thing here. There's only 3 of them. There was a broken one there, but now we can make that. And we also need to find a way to sort of build a thermal suit, because as you can see, just losing temperature like nothing, right? And
Hypothermia imminent.
it's alright. Let's just get in the water. So that becomes a real pain. There is a way to get around it. Just let's might warm up a bit quicker in the Seatruck. Yep. So there's that bridge. You can extend that bridge, sort of run across there. By using these steam vents, you can keep warm. The other way to keep warm is to find caves. I'm just going to quickly take you into a cave. There is one down here. As you can see, in the daylight, it's a lot easier. You can see where you go in.
Altera facility beacon detected nearby. Unique identifier. Phi Robotics Center.
So there we go. This is a cave. Now you notice as soon as we get into this cave, we'll start warming up, thankfully. There we go, started warming up. Do a bit of scanning in peace. These things are great. This is one of the reasons why I'm coming in here. Fevered pepper tree. Take one of those. So what you can do is when you eat these, not only does it give you loads and loads of food and water, body heat goes up as well. So fantastic. So we're going to pick up another one of those because we're able to plant them. So I quickly wanted to show you those babies. They're very important. Pathfinder tool. I don't really use those, but we've got one now. So down in here, you know, lots of stuff to find. Also, what you find in, I think I can show you one. Yeah, for example, you find these ore veins, got titanium in there. Our inventory's full, so no use taking any. We'll have a search around here next episode. I'll just take you up. Show you around. So as you can see, you can operate around here without a thermal suit, but it's best to get one. So here's the robotics center. Whee! It always does that. Do not
Phi
be alarmed.
Robotics. This is where Sam worked.
And as you can see, what a mess. There's going to be plenty of things that we'll be able to scan here. We'll leave that for next episode. Well, I'll scan this because right next to it, the hover pad fragment. Yep. Make one of those
New
now.
blueprint synthesized.
be able to make more.
Sam loved working here with her spy pinglings.
Do all humans like work?
The lucky ones do.
Are you lucky?
I used to think I was.
There we go. Got another PDA.
Hey, Sam. Oh, hey there, Pengling buddy.
Hi, Fred. What brings you this way?
I was just passing by. Lillian wanted a hand with a deep dive out in the bridges. You know, I think she's right. There is some weird stuff out there.
The clicking sound?
An SOS. I heard it with my own ears.
So you think she's right? There's intelligent life down there?
I don't know.
Alan.
I'll leave that to you scientist types.
This scientist is more at home with these penglings. But if my sister was here, she'd be all over this.
Wait, are you telling me you're not the brains in the family?
Oh, my family has many different brains. Like
A hydra?
well... Oh, yeah, actually, I like that analogy. Makes it hard to get along sometimes, but it's never dull.
So there we are. I think there was something else, wasn't there?
Zeta, I have kind of a funny question for you. Have you picked up any kind of unusual interference during any of your robotics work?
You mean like Parvin looking over my shoulder and telling me I'm assembling my circuits wrong because it's not how his dad did it back in the day?
No, like electrical interference in the audio or video. Any kind of flickering or clicking.
Huh, can't say that I have. Why?
Oh, so it doesn't extend as far as the bay.
What doesn't?
When Fred was bringing me for my eval, we detected something, almost like an SOS.
At Delta? How retro. What was causing it?
I think architects are trying to communicate with us.
You always think that.
Look, it may be my job to always think that, but I'm very good at my job. Not that HR seems to care.
I won't breathe a word of this to Emmanuel.
Thanks. You're a good friend.
There we go. So it was Alan, but then he stopped. What's this? Steam vent. Yes, just a steam vent and the other crap that we were having a look at. Yeah, the marbled an enemy. Pouch bulb. Violet snow cone. Broken mandrake. We saw that when we were looking for bits of modules. Pathfinder tool. I don't really bother with. Hover pad. So, yep. We're finding stuff. I'm just gonna, I think that's a bit of snow fox fragment, so we may as well scan that. The rest I shall scan later. Making sure. So we'll leave it here, and I'll probably pop back to the storage module on our Seatruck just to drop some stuff off. We're going to make ourselves a little mini base on here because there is a lot of stuff to find. So we'll start investigating Phi Robotics base next time. Until then, this is me, Cat Weasel, saying toodaloo.